Hi everyone, welcome to WesKnows Tech News and Reviews. Amazfit is really swarming the market with budget smartwatches. But budget only by price, not by design nor functionality. In early December 2020, we got the all-new GTS2. By the end of the month, we got the GTS2 Mini. And now, in 2021, January, we get the all-new GTS2E. And that seems to be the jack of all trades because it sits right in the middle of the range. Some of its key features are a bright AMOLED display, 90 sport modes, auto activity detection, slim, light and premium design, 14-day battery life, healthy tricks like PI, SpO2, 3 sleep stages, stress monitoring and so much more. If you are new to WesKnows Tech News and Reviews, we talk about the latest tech news. We do brutally honest reviews and share hacks and tricks along the way. Huami Amazfit have sent me the GTS2E for review, so thank you Amazfit. And the delivery guy has literally left only a couple of hours ago before I started filming this initial impressions review. The GTS2 is sold for $180, while the GTS2 Mini is only $100. The GTS2E comes in at $140. So once again, we see it's right in the middle of the lineup. Let's get into the review, and as per usual, let's talk about the design, then the display, and then we'll get into the innovative and techy features and functions. Straight away we see that size-wise it's identical to the flagship GTS2. It's almost square with identical dimensions to the GTS2 of 42.8 by 35.6 millimeters. Another positive is how slim it is. It's just 9.9 millimeters. To be fair, it's only a slither thicker than the GTS2, just by 0.2 millimeters. There's no chance you're going to notice that. So still very slim on top of your wrist. You can get the 2E in 3 colors: lilac purple, moss green and obsidian black. The watch case made from aluminium alloy. For a rather large watch, it weighs just 25 grams without the straps. There's a single button on the right side of the watch face, and notice the fact that now this button or digital crown is actually shielded, just like you get on classic timepieces. And I'd like to point out that the pressing motion is much improved from the initial GTS version 1. There the button was fiddly and too easily pressed. Here the button feels more solid and the suppressing motion is more heavy. The lugs are metal, just like on the flagship. If you recall the Mini, the lugs were plastic. The straps are replaceable 20mm straps, soft and flexible, nothing outrageous, but should be fine for daily wear. Looking at the clasp now, good news, it's using the classic watch type clasp. And another positive is that it is metal. The only downside I see is that there's no brand logo on it. Not a deal breaker, just a 2-note. So now let's talk about the screen and the display. The display is a 1.65-inch Super Retina AMOLED display with 2.5D glass and boasts 348 by 442 pixels or 341 ppi. The resolution once again is on par with the GTS2, the flagship of the budget smartwatch range. The glass panel spans edge to edge and is actually 2.5D glass with slight curvature around the edges. So 2.5D glass does provide you some scratch resistance. As per usual, you can get plenty of faces to download from the Zep app, and it doesn't matter if you're using iOS or Android. You can easily use your own photos to place on your watch face as well. There are plenty of modular faces, meaning that they are highly customizable. You essentially choose the facets you want displayed on your watch face. There's also an ambient light sensor that allows for auto brightness, and there is always on display as well. Now, an interesting point here is that on this watch, you can actually see the emoji in the text that you receive. Just before we actually dive into the features and functions of the watch, let's talk about navigating the user interface on the watch. It's all very similar to other Amazfit wearables. Side-to-side swipes will take you around the shortcut screens, and these are actually customizable from the settings menu. We can add or delete screens we don't require. Swiping down will get you to another shortcut screen that has D&D, alarm, settings and brightness options, while swiping up from your home shows your notifications. Pressing on the button on the side gets you to your widgets, but you can actually program a double tap on the side button. I've programmed mine to get me through to workouts. Now that we've talked about the basics, let's get into the features and functions. Essentially, once you tap the button on the right, you get to see the good stuff. Let's start with sports. The tracker is 50-meter waterproof and has inbuilt GPS. There are 90 sport modes. Real-time tracking and analysis is also available. And yes, you can access your music controls while exercising. Now, an important differentiation between the GTS2 and this one, the GTS2e. So if the GTS2 actually had inbuilt storage of 3 GB allocated for music, the GTS2e doesn't get that. It only has music controls. But then again, it is cheaper. Shortcuts had to be made. But it gets better. All sport profiles are goal-based. There's auto recognition for 6 sport modes: outdoor running, treadmill, walking, outdoor cycling, pool swimming, and elliptical workouts. But you can actually set for which workouts you want the auto recognition to work, and that is actually quite good because that will reduce your battery drain. If you just want the auto recognition to work for walking or running instead of all 6 sport modes, then you will save on some of the battery juice. On top of that, you get to choose if you want auto pause. You also get the smart alerts, aka workout reminders. Essentially, for different exercises, you can expect different types of alerts. Let's take walking as an example. You can set the preferred heart rate zone or heart rate cap while you're walking. You are guided to stay within the range set by the haptic vibrations. For running workouts, you can actually set pace you'd like to keep to. So these smart alerts are very functional, very user-friendly, and they actually do help you get the workout you need. The GTS2e actually gets Pi as well. So what is Pi? Pi is your personal activity index, and that is a collection of your heart rate data and the activity intensity with which you performed the particular activity. This is a single value indicator that shows your cardiovascular health. So in just one number, you get to see how generally healthy or fit your cardiovascular system is. And hence, the general rule of thumb is that if you keep your score above 100 points, you're approximately 25% less prone to getting heart disease. The watch can monitor your sleep with 3 sleep stages: REM, light, and deep sleep. You also get sleep scores as well as advice on how to improve your sleep quality. Now, there is actually something new here, and this goes for all the new smartwatches in the Amazfit lineup. So now the sleep tracker actually records your naps as well, as long as they're over 20 minutes. So this is actually very useful, and Huawei and Honor smartwatches with the True Sleep technology can only record naps if they're over 30 minutes. Here you get anything over 20. The GTS2e just has a microphone, no speaker here. There is a stress monitor. The GTS2e can check to see where your personal stress level lies, from relaxed, normal, medium, or high. So on the GTS2 Mini, if you were finding yourself stressed, you could always go to the timed and guided breathing app. Now, the GTS2e, for some reason, decided to omit putting that breathing app into the watch. So what they did, they removed the breathing app and they put in the temperature app. Now, I'm not sure if it's like for like. I really enjoyed using the breathing app, but we've got temperature now. We didn't have that before. I think it's quite useful as well. The watch also gets an on-demand SpO2 monitor, aka blood oxygen saturation monitor. Now, a lot of the features and functions have yet to be tested by us, but hopefully we have provided enough information for you to get a detailed picture of what the GTS2e can do. From the things we've covered, the 2e feels like a powerhouse, and I'm looking forward to start comparing it against other trackers and smartwatches that we have. Also, I'm looking forward to actually test the heart rate, the SpO2, as well as the step count and the GPS. Thanks for watching the initial impressions review of the GTS2e. If you did find it useful and insightful, then you know what to do. Please click the red subscribe button below the video to make sure you don't miss any of our latest content.